Greetings.
Hello, Flosstube. I'm gonna cut the camera rocking out.
You are?
I am. I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
And we are not sitting in the same position because I look closer than you do.
Because you are, because I'm comfortable.
He's leaning back.
I'm petting the poop.
And you want to tilt out of the so we can see why we're sitting on the floor? This is why we're sitting on the floor. It's the Delilah. Forgive her. She looks a little.
I want attention. Oh, this intro has been pet bombed.
And we have been pet bombed. Poor Delilah.
Welcome to the Slovak farm.
Welcome to the Slovak farm.
These are the critters we raise.
These are our children. They have 4 legs and furs. One goes meow and one goes woof.
Actually, one goes wow, and the other one goes.
Yeah, Dee doesn't really bark much. Delilah doesn't really bark much. She just
Part of the reason why we got her. I don't like barking nerves. They don't like the.
Oh, hey, the kids actually won a game last night. We're filming this in the living room again. Y'all said you liked the living room.
And we're on the floor because the dog is sleepy.
We're on the floor because the dog sleeps on the love seat next to me. The reason we got the love seat, we had a couch that had a center console. It broke after like a year and a half. I know this because I found the picture from when we got it. Anyways, it broke after like a year and a half. And finally, about 6 months after that, I decided, just after Christmas, why don't I just find a chair for me to sit in? And we found a love seat on sale at the furniture store for less than, it was like 80% off.
Yeah, I saw it. I went, oh, honey.
Because it's got an ottoman, which you're sitting on right now. The whole thing. So, and I'm like, this works out well because he's got the recliner. I've got a chair or, a seat the dog can sit in because she likes to be next to me. So it works out well.
And she did get the ottoman for her feet. It wound up becoming a coffee table.
I do use it for my feet. But yeah, I know it's kind of full of crap. Sometimes I bring a laptop down here to watch Flosstube. I'm like kind of behind on Flosstube. Sometimes. Not all the time.
Okay, sometimes I'm home.
It hasn't been down here in like 3 days. It is a balmy. It literally went from 39 degrees to 37 degrees in like 2 minutes. The news is on. Over that way. I haven't muted. It literally went from 39 degrees to 37.
Maybe you should turn it off so people don't because you and squirrels.
It is a balmy 37 degrees here in north central Ohio.
And the next 48 hours, the high is going to be what? -2?
Come Wednesday, the projected high is -2.
She said
Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Fahrenheit. Polar vortex.
We're all gonna die.
I anticipate no school Wednesday and Thursday. I think the projected low Thursday, and that's without the wind chill, folks.
Wind chills are like -30.
I think the wind chills, they're thinking like a -20, -25, -30 wind chills during the day, Wednesday. They're thinking
I'm putting my blanket back in the car, in the van.
Thursday morning, please do.
And take a blanket with you. Just in case you break down and your car doesn't go.
I thought I had a blanket in my car, but I don't.
So I'm asking you to put it in there tomorrow.
I'm going to have plenty of layers on and socks. I always take a pair of extra socks with me to work because, really, you never know what you're going to step in when you work with small children. Sometimes those extra socks, they double up on the other ones when it's real cold.
Actually, I just planned on wearing the next 2 days, wearing 2 to 3 layers of socks. Because the only thing my torso, my legs, I'm fine. My feet freeze.
Y'all, it's going to be so cold. I bought myself slippers at Ollie's yesterday. Because I
Copycat.
walk around barefoot.
I've had these for a very long time.
Those were actually mine. And you have had those, yes, probably.
No, we got pink ones and black ones. I kept the black ones. You got the pink ones, and the pink ones blew up. That's
No.
just one. Well, they're mine now.
Those Hans's gave me. One of my daycare parents that I've had both of their kids through my classes. And one of their kids is a second grader. Third grader. Got them all. So, it's going to be cool.
This is the intro that never ends.
It is the intro that
By the
never
way, this
ends.
is a Slovak farm.
We did say we are the Slovak farm, I think.
Nope.
I don't know.
We're 5 minutes and 50 seconds in that.
5 minutes and... Okay, last week I said hello to all our new subscribers and welcome back to all of our returning viewers, and I'm going to actually say that now.
Hi those who have subscribed. Hi those who are going to subscribe because they're nice people. And hi those to those ignorant people that don't like to subscribe.
Whoa. Up in your face.
You're okay too, as long as you give us views.
Watch my videos. I don't care if you want to subscribe or not.
You want to deal with us more.
Say. Comments.
Dun, dun, dun.
Y'all had some comments.
Good, the bad, or the ugly.
Pretty good. So, Lynn says she likes the downstairs setup. So the overlying consensus was you kind of like the downstairs setup. I like it too, especially like sitting down here because there's a little bit more space to put stuff.
There's no closet door that we have to
Within
never
arm
remember.
reach. Yeah, there's that too. I can put things within arm reach and I've got some space. So anyways, Lynn likes the downstairs setup. She says our bantering is funny. It's funny if you don't live with it.
No, actually, you enjoy it too. What do you think we always do it?
She did say you were really sweet to me. You did me.
Well, guys, I love my honey bunny.
I love you too. And let's see, she made another comment. She said, awesome progress on our whips. It has inspired her to work on her whips. That's my goals in life, is to inspire you to buy stuff and stitch stuff.
Or at least stitch the pile of stuff you have that's
Maybe at least stitch the pile of stuff you have. If you're like me and you're going, why do I have all this stuff? Stitch the stuff you have. Yes, I am gonna buy more stuff soon. She's just gonna work on whips until Mania. Da 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 da. I gotta scroll. Betty, I'm not gonna say her last name because I really do think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Loves Life's Moments. It's called Life's Moments. I know. I said create life last week because I was being goofy. I'm sorry. I apologize. And says I'm doing a wonderful job. She wants us to stay warm. She has a son that lives in Brunswick and another one that lives in Parma Heights, which are
going to be freezing too.
part of the freezing cold. They're like maybe 45 minutes to an hour east of us.
That's what the snow belt.
They're not quite snow belt. They're a little bit too
The
far
secondary
south.
snow belt.
They're secondary snow belt, I think, because I think they're too far south. Because Brunswick, I think, is Medina County.
Oh, I thought it was I might be thinking New Brunswick.
Might be.
I don't know.
I thought Brunswick
Guess
was
what?
Medina County.
Never guess what class I passed with a flying D.
Well, you know. Andrea, my wonderful BFF. I love you, Andrea. Said that was nice and sweet. She thought the video was too short, but she has spent extended period of times with us. So, and you're going to spend 3.5 days in a house with us come August. You'll have plenty of banter. She could enjoy us all day. She likes the couch. Maybe mix it up. Sometimes upstairs when it's not freezing cold. It wasn't too bad today. I was up there earlier. Well, of course it was warm today. It wasn't too bad today. I was up there earlier working on some
Yeah, it was
stuff.
like 40 and we consider it warm.
Right. Heather. Hi, Heather. Heather's my, one of my Just Stitching buddies. She likes it when I wave to her. She gets all excited. She sent her condolences on the loss of our friend and said that Ohio winters are bleak enough without bad news. Like, really. She knows. She stitches with me at RLNS. She said that Joe interrupted me a lot less this week. The comfy couch must have helped. Monica told us to stop complaining about the weather. I'm not complaining about the weather, Monica. Don't make me get you at Stitch Night. Monica's another one of my Just Stitching friends. She, of course, is kidding. She said go make snow angels or devils. In my case, it would be a devil because we'd melt the snow. Yeah, all that fabulous snow we got, it went bye-bye. Wednesday of last week, it was like 40 degrees and rainy and flooded. It like flooded. My parents live on a state road. It's a state highway. And part of it flooded, and I guess some of my trucks were backing up the state highway. And they live 2 miles from the middle of town where the other state route intersects. Midwest, you have a town where 2 state roads intersect. It's how the Midwest works, people. You know, it's like 2 miles from where my parents' house is to the center of town. And the semi trucks were backing up their state route. I don't know. I'm thinking there's a back road, like maybe half a mile, quarter of a mile from their house, that I'm wondering if they backed them up to. And this was, by the way, the county sheriffs were like sitting there like, no, you're not plowing through that water.
Okay, we would rather spend the time to divert you than to spend the time to fish you.
Well, it's like a swampy area. We call it the muck. Rumor has it it's a swamp. Rumor has it there is a bulldozer in the bottom of it.
Rumor has it there is in the bottom.
That like sunk. It's like quicksand. So, because I tried to put like a bridge over the area, bulldozer sunk in the quicksand. Rumor has it. I don't know how true that story is, to be honest.
Rumor has it.
When I was a kid, they shut the state route down through that area, reconstructed the roadbed, reconstructed a lot of the road, and it sinks. It just gradually sinks. So it's got to be on something mushy. I mean, there's just water everywhere in there. So it's got to be on something mushy. It's definitely on something mushy. What exactly that is, I'm not sure. And it has sunk to the point where it's flooding now. This is the second time it's flooded in like 6 months. So I have a feeling a reconstruction project is in process. So, but all of that beautiful snow we got is gone.
Yeah.
And I'm sad.
And probably on Wednesday and tomorrow we're probably going to be skating to work.
Yeah, it's raining right now. It's supposed to be a gradual drop in temperatures overnight, so it might not be as bad with this because it's supposed to switch over to snow.
Oh, the problem is if there's still ice on the roads come Wednesday, that's a little too cold for salt.
Yeah, Wednesday's too cold for salt.
And if the roads are icy on Wednesday, I'm not moving my van to let you out, and your boss can kiss my butt.
We'll have to sell the driveway tomorrow.
I know, but that won't help.
Traction. So there was one other. I would like to read the final comment.
Okay.
Michelle G, Bendy Stitchy, commented and said that we have great banner. Her husband Wade actually stopped and watched for a few moments because there was another guy. So, and everybody kind of seemed to like the 45-minute video, so we're going to try to keep it concise. This one might go a little bit longer.
A couple comments said it was too short.
A couple people said it was a little short for their taste. Most people said 45 minutes was good.
So do like 50-55 then. Best of both worlds.
My thought is I don't mind having a longer video if we've got stuff to show you. And I think most people, as long as we're not kind of like being
this,
don't care.
But then there's people who like this.
So, we go back.
Okay.
Squirrel.
I'm going to turn that off.
Alright, so that's comments, and there was no question. So that's comments from last week. Oops, you're first. You go first,
Okay.
I thought we were ready for this.
The one, the only, Dragons of Sumatra by Ink Circles. And yes, I'm putting the thing back into the bag so that I don't lose it.
He's putting the thing away. Putting the stuff away.
Because if I don't, I'll never find it again. And I will cry. I got a little more work done.
He's doing this on Picture This Plus Thunderstorm?
Yeah.
Thunderstorm. Somebody asked the other day. And I was like, I don't remember if it's Thunderstorm or Thunderstruck, but it's Thunderstorm. Picture This Plus Thunderstorm in DMC 115, which is the variegated red. Oh, I see a puppy. Say hi, puppy. Say hi, puppy. She's like, what the heck? She's confused. She's like, I don't know how to get out of here. She may try to jump down.
Right over the stash.
Right over the stitching.
And I moved it out of the way.
The animals have no respect for the stitching.
No, actually, I think they respect it as a good, comfortable spot to lie.
This is why I will never enter anything into a competition.
Unless pet hair is actually a requirement.
There's pet hair all over everything. And as much as I try to pick it out, there's going to be little specialty fibers in it.
I mean, geez, I've actually thought about taking the sheddings from the cat and making thread out of it.
It's really
Making floss out of it.
I have seen some people do it.
Okay.
Nobody I know, and like nobody in my groups, but I have seen pictures of it. So
My exercise in insanity.
exercise.
One of a kind baby dragon design.
The design is called Small Dragon. It is by One of a Kind Baby Design.
Designed by Heather Yothers.
On Etsy.
Yep.
I looked for it the other day because Friday off the grid party, I put a picture of us stitching and I put a picture of his progress on it. His progress, and somebody wanted,
This calls for black and red. And bonus points to anybody who understands why I'm doing this in silver.
This man does nothing normal. It is
A metallic that I snagged out of her bag.
DMC effects.
I don't know.
Did you write it down?
Nope.
No, it's written down. Hold, please.
E4. E415.
E415. So, light effects 415. So, it would be the 415 in metallic. Yes, he is crazy, people.
And I'm doing ruby red metallic for the red.
Don't ask me what number that is when we get to it. And that is mystery fabric from my stash. I lost the tag. I'm pretty sure it's a Silk Weavers, but don't ask me the name of the color.
I thought you made that one. I thought it was just when you Your turn.
Okay, so when we last spoke, I was working on Tiny Modernist Santa House. And I'm still stitching on Tiny Modernist Santa House. I was working on the
Excuse me.
left side, I guess. Well, right side if you're... Whatever. I'm working on this side. Whatever. I'm working on this side. And I mean, it's some dense stitching. This is like legitimately all stitches up there. It's some dense stitching, and this was the tree that would not end. It went on and on, my friends. You are welcome for me putting that in your brain tonight.
Don't worry, I've been doing that to her the entire time she's been stitching it.
I posted a picture of this tree and said it was the tree that would not end. Monica may have cracked that joke.
Oh, well, I never did. That's anyway.
Joe did it too. But yes, it was the tree that would not end. But I got the other 2 trees done, the Nutcracker done. I have some snow down here that I need to finish under the tree, and then I will channel my inner Anna and want to build a snowman. Now that you are all ready to kill me for putting those 2 songs in your brains,
just remember to let it go.
And that is in my Slovak Farm bag that I screwed up on Silk Weaver's Opalescence Mountain
Hey, we'll be right back.
16 count. Hold please, he'll be back. That's literally been most of what I've stitched on this week. Because like I said,
Confused Kaylee. Wait a minute, why did Dad do that? Wait.
Because, like I said, the tree would not end. Yesterday, Sunday, because it's Monday. Yesterday was Santa Sunday. So I finished Pyridon. And, so I would just like to say that I was saying it wrong last week, and I probably said it wrong again this week. I'm sorry, Heather. Heather did tell me the correct pronunciation, and I still probably said it wrong. Heather was live texting me while she was watching last week's Flosstube, and I was dying. I was dying. Please do that again, Heather. Mill Hill kit. So it was on the paper, everything that it came with. All the beads, all the things. You make a nice little hanger out of the gold beads. I think it looks really cute. So, we have our first 2019 ornament. Nope, I'm not putting anything on the back. It's actually not that sloppy. This earned me a finishing credit on Stitch from Stash. I will recap Stitch from Stash. Next video after the month of January is completely over.
We're almost out of this month. Thank God.
It's like January 259th. The longest month ever. So yesterday was the last Sunday of the month, so it was High Tea Sunday. If you don't know what High Tea Sunday is, I will link off the reading alerts below. High Tea, she explains it, but it's, last year Caroline was doing all new starts, this year she's not. I'm probably still going to do all new starts. The point is to do something that's meaningful, that's special, that's in your stash that you want to do. I have been wanting to do ornaments for forever. I finally decided last year I was going to do ornaments. I do ornaments on Sundays, so High Tea Sundays, I'm just going to start a new ornament. I did finish this. I did not start another new ornament for High Tea Sunday this month, though. I started...
Upside down tree.
If you can read that graph, I give you credit. I started Bees Needlework. Bees Needlework. Tree of Stitches. The reason it was upside down is because some of the instructions are printed on technical difficulty. I didn't want to print all of the instructions. I ended up printing all of the instructions. Don't ask, it's a long story. I started Tree of Stitches.
What does this button do? Crap, crap, crap.
Yesterday, because Heather was the one who encouraged me to buy this. And then when I was talking to Monica about it, because Monica wasn't at Stitch Night for January, she said she wanted to stitch it with me, and then Heather said she wanted to stitch it with me, and then Charlotte and Amy, 2 of the Amy's, and Tammy from Stitching Night wanted to stitch it. Like, we wanted to do it all as a group, so we started just stitching Tree of Stitches Sal. I'm putting that on a hashtag on Instagram because I can. So everybody else had started theirs but me, so I started it yesterday. And I really only spent, maybe an hour or 2 stitching on this? I didn't spend that much time stitching on this. It does stitch up really quick.
Yeah,
Can I have that in English?
No.
Okay. So I have my trunk done. So you do the trunk, and then you do specialty stitches around the top. And you sort of go in a certain way. You'll see as it grows. My plan was to, like, stitch the trunk and do a branch for each rotation. I may do 2 branches because the specialty stitches are stitching up really quick. They seem to be stitching up really quick for everybody else, so.
And then Laura's going to get to the French knots and you're going to see the tears and we're going to flood.
No, we're not. This is being stitched on a 28 count even weave. Yes, 28 count even weave. I'm stitching on even weave. I actually really like even weave. I have found that I like even weave. I still love my Ada, but I really like even weave. Hand dyed by the Slovak farm. And it's a light Wedgwood blue colorway. I was going to say something else, but I don't remember what. We will see how we get with that. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Santa House has been out now for 2 rotations for January, so it will not see the light of day again after I finish that snowman until I touch all of my other whips. I have decided if I pull a whip twice in the month, unless it's my focus, it's getting put away until I touch everything else.
Is that just because you're sick and tired of that dang tree?
I literally have not touched my flower plant happiness since like October. And I'm like, well, I want to be able to stitch a little bit on everything. So that's kind of my thinking, my plan. You know. Okay. Whoa, I moved you. That concludes whips. Okay, stash acquisitions. My immediate cross stitch stash, which counts my budget. I got beads. They're kind of hard to see. Well, you just don't want to see the barcode. They're like a light purpley color. These are for the French knots and tray of stitches.
She doesn't French knot, she French beads.
I bead, I don't French knot. Sorry, not sorry.
And then she looked at me. I looked at me, and I thought she was going to hurt me because my secret project that I'll show you guys after my brother gets married had a lot of French knots in it. And I'm just...
He just whips out the French knots, and I can't do it, and I don't care. As Monica says...
I find that more difficult.
Everything needs a little sparkle.
No sparkle.
I like beads. I like beads, as you can tell. Went shopping yesterday with one of my girlfriends. Holy Jesus, God in the night. Not really. It's not intended for cross stitch, but I like it because it's blue argyle. Throwing things. They're 3 tags. They're held together with rope. I'm going to paint them. It was $1.50.
Can I make a smart suggestion?
What?
Get right over here. This one, if you got a heart shape, think those hearts we can't get this year because people don't know how to plan ahead. Candy hearts, just put like I love you or something in a cross stitch and put it behind it. I think that would look awesome in that hole.
That would be. It was $1.50.
Woohoo!
Can't go wrong there. And I can't walk away from anything that's got a mason jar on it.
Trust me.
I got this. Part of this will go into my stitching stash budget because I bought it to make myself a bell bag. Some bell fabric. Yes, I will account for that when I make the bag. The way I'm going to account for bags and fabric bags that I make myself and fabrics that I dye for myself is I'm basically buying it from myself.
Basically, her business side is buying the fabric, and then she's buying it from her business side when she actually makes it for herself.
Because I will get 3 bags out of this, so I'm going to sell 2 of those bags.
Anyone want a bell bag?
Okay, so I bought this fabric. I count all the fabric that I buy. Then I count, then it's like, you gotta figure out, okay, I bought the fabric. I'm selling the bag. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. If I use something... if I buy fabric to make myself a bag, I will account for my portion of the fabric in my budget when I make myself the bag. And then I don't have to worry about accounting the extra and selling it and all of that jazz. Like, to me, that felt really complicated to try to figure out. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. And then I bought red tractors and red barns because where I come from, tractors are red and trucks are Dodges. And then my favorite fabric ever. Literally have no plans for this, but I had to own it. I can't get it up high enough to show you everything. So, windmill that says America the Beautiful. Stack of farm animals that say Farm Proud. And this is all one piece. Red truck says Land That I Love. Grown in the USA. American Farmhouse. And Home Sweet Farm. I want to make a cross-stitch pattern with a red barn. I want to find a cross-stitch pattern that says Farm Sweet Farm. Especially when we move, because we are going to live in the farming country for our house. I found one that I like, but I really want one with a tractor on it. So, if you know of one.
And the tractor has to be red.
If it's green, I can change it.
Still be better if it was an international harvester.
If it's green, I can change it. I would like it to be red, but why is she messaging me? Doesn't she know I'm doing a stitching video? And then this morning, Lakeside Needlecrafts, the kitchen room of the medieval mansion was released. So I got that. Have no idea when I'm starting that, but I have it. So, alright.
I actually got something.
And then we have Joe's.
Anna, your fault.
Tell the people what it is.
It's an easel for holding my pattern.
And it's got a line on it. It's got a reading line on it, which you can use to adjust for your stitching.
And this thing actually is thick enough. You can even put an entire heaven and earth design on this thing and it would still hold it. Holds up to 150 pages.
Sorry, I'm out of the shot. My knee went to sleep. I've been having problems with my knee this weekend.
And you also have to forgive me. I have a cat rubbing up against my foot.
Okay. And thus concludes Stash Acquisition.
Yay!
And plans. Announcement. Giveaway. It's been 2 weeks. So, I will insert the clip where I random number generated the winner. Here.
Right here.
Alright, we have 3 entries for the giveaway. Lynn, Betty, and Lucinda. I don't know what I did with the chart or with the giveaway item, so I'll show it to you right now. You'll see it. So, random number generator says So, Betty Olna, I think I said your last name wrong. I apologize profusely. You have won the welcome kit. I will reply to your comment, and now we go back to our regularly scheduled video. Okay. Congratulations, Betty.
Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo.
81. Yay. I commented on your comment on that video, but please email me your physical address so that I can get it in the mail to you. Amber, I have not put yours in the mail yet because I'm a loser with shipping. I have a commission sewing item that I need to address and get mailed off. I didn't have priority mail envelopes. I prefer priority mail over standard shipping. I know it's more expensive, but I've had stuff get lost, and I'm not doing that. I will pay the extra for the priority shipping envelopes. I just didn't have the priority shipping envelopes. Now that I have them, we're good. So, Betty won this. I pulled... Somebody sounds really annoyed. I pulled a project, or a book out of the, it's got the stickers on it from the sale. Out of my bag of goodies that I had gotten at a garage sale. What's our question for the week? Think of the question while I show the people better. So it is, the book is called A Woman's Gift by Annette Bradshaw and Gwen Franson, I think, because it's in pretty elegant script. Kind of stretched, cross-stitch embroidery with the personal touch.
Now, is it a question they can answer or a question they can ask?
They're going to answer the question. There are different designs in the back in the book. The pictures on the book cover are not great quality, but you get the idea. And I was looking at this. The charts are kind of cool because like with the faces where the back stitching would obscure cross stitch squares, they actually take those back stitching lines and kind of move them off to the side. I mean, you know, they give you an indication as to where to put it, but it's its own separate chart, which is kind of nice. So, what's our question?
How well do you deal with critters enjoying you stitching as well?
How do you
deal?
How do you deal with your critters helping you stitch?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have critters that help you stitch, that's okay. Tell me that.
Or you could just say what does interrupt your stitching.
Do you have something that interrupts your stitching? Mm-hmm. And how do you deal with it?
Mm-hmm.
So, 2 weeks.
Should we answer that now? Ourselves?
Look, I just kind of smacked the cat in the head. The dog lays next to me. She doesn't lay on me, so she's not a problem. The cat likes to lay on me, and I just kind of hold the stitching up and just keep stitching along. And every once in a while, he'll get boinked in the head, and I get the most indignant look.
Yeah, the cat will either just lay at my feet, but sometimes he'll lay up towards me, and it's just like, well, I know what Laura feels like. I'm a lefty.
Yep. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the calendar. You have until Monday, February 11th at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time to answer the question to be entered into the drawing.
Oh, and ladies,
on this video.
Suddenly dropped a 2.5 week notice to your better halves. And guys, in 2.5 weeks, you better have flowers or chocolates or cards or y'all are going to be in trouble.
Yes. Okay. I don't have time for your serious life question right now, girl. All right. That's announcements. Plans?
I'm going to be starting my kitty kits about tonight or tomorrow if I bother stitching tonight. I'm kind of tired. I might stitch. I'm probably going to
There's
stitch.
his plans.
What are your plans?
My plans are I'm going to finish the trunk on Tree of Stitches. Then go, which I don't have a whole lot to do, then go and finish that snowman, the snow and the snowman on Santa House. And I might I'll probably throw in the first section of specialty stitches, which are hard, on Tree of Stitches. I have work to do. And in order for body butter, so I get to do that rather than stitch. Because it's not my full-time job yet. Alright, coming up. So this week, if you are in the Stitch from Stash group, Stephanie, who is Miss Oh So Crafty over on Flosstube, I'll link her channel. I don't know if she's announced it in a video, because I only just started watching her videos for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with me. Announced plans for a birthday sale. She's doing a birthday sale week. Starting March 29th. So March 29th is the letter S. So you're supposed to stitch a designer or pattern that starts with the letter S and or something with a specialty stitch in it. I have none of my projects picked out for this yet. So when I get that far, I'll let you know.
You mean the perfect stitch you would have had for that you already started?
Because I had to with my Sal friends. You don't necessarily have to start something. It's just stitch on it for that day. March 30th, stitch something with jewel tones.
Jewel tones?
Gem colors. I have to look at what I have. March 31st, stitch something with plants and or animals. I have multiple options for that.
That's what I plan on doing anyway.
April 1st, stitch something fanciful, lyrical, and or imaginary. I have a few options for that. You have an option for that. What?
1, sorry. 2, does that mean I just have an imaginary stitch? I don't actually have to do anything?
She said
That's
you
my
can get as
imaginary
creative
friend!
and twist it as much as you want to make it work with what you got.
You okay? You want me to twist things?
April 2nd, stitch something fancy. Whatever fancy means to you.
No. Just
Fancy.
no.
Metallics. April 3rd, stitch something sparkly metallic thread, sparkly fabric, and or beads. Multiple options there. April 4th, stitch on whatever you have that is closest to a finish and or FFO something. I might get to do both depending on where April 4th falls. That's a Thursday. That's a Thursday.
I need help.
And you
I
wanna...
have 2 things I need to finish, and you haven't helped me finish them yet.
April 4th is a Thursday because April 6th is a Saturday. And what's April 6th?
Get Laura stuff for I die day. But I don't want to mention numbers because it's inappropriate to mention a woman's age. Or the fact that it's going up by 1.
So, April 4th is the end of Stephanie Miss Oh So Crafty's birthday sale week. I'm starting a new project for my birthday, so I'm probably just going to start it on the 5th. I'm going to go right into it. I am starting, and I don't have it with me because going up and down the stairs is painful right now. I'll show it to you next week, and I don't have the flosses pulled for it. I'll show it to you next week. I'm doing Primitive Hair's Belle. So we're going to call my birthday sale Laura's Royal Birthday Sale. So, join me and stitch on something that is royal. Yes, I want you to get creative.
If you stitch your husband's because he's a royal pain in the butt, that is acceptable.
It is acceptable. So,
Because you would.
I would.
By the way,
Oh, moving things.
I don't like on the floor because my legs are currently
I don't like on the
out.
floor either. If we stick downstairs, we're going to be up there.
Sorry, pretty.
Puppy's going to move. Puppy can sit in the recliner while we're filming.
Yeah, that or just pull one of the other chairs up.
True story. Thus concludes this week's Flosstube. I think we're clocking in right around 45 minutes. So, yay, team.
Moving him. Bye.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, share the video.
Make sure you answer the question if you want what we
Answer
offered.
the question if you want to enter in the giveaway.
No asking for or any of the other weird things.
You know all of the rules. No, don't say giveaway.
Please follow anti-bot procedures.
Please follow anti-bot procedures. That's my spiel. Please follow anti-bot procedures. If you would like, you're invited to follow me on Instagram. Follow my pages on Facebook. All of that. That's it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.